is the Slater Report podcast. Welcome, I'm Braden Slater. Yep, you heard this is the Slater Report podcast. It's Monday, October 30th. Halloween's tomorrow. And, yeah, we had some football over the weekend. Yeah, it's our Halloween, games, you know. There's always fans dressing up in costumes, you know, the weirdest things, you know. And also, teams, top-ranked teams usually get a little scared, you know. They trail or in a closer game than they expected them to be. But they still end up winning, but they got scared. What teams were they? Well, let's start with Washington. They played Stanford on the road. Strong. They were heavily majority of the game, but Stanford kept fighting back into this game. Some way, somehow, Stanford lost this. Yeah. I think it was a 4th and 3. It was a really nice play they went to, and it was dropped. If he caught it, Stanford, not only would they be in field goal range, they had plenty of time to score and win this game late. But it was dropped. Washington needed and won the game. Now let's go to Penn State. I really thought, oh wow, barely losing to Ohio State. We can recover out of this loss and let's dominate a terrible Indiana team. That was not the case. Indiana finally looked like the team I thought they looked like at the beginning of the year. I really thought Indiana might have a chance at, you know, not winning the Big Ten, but, you know, knocking off some upsets, knocking out big teams in the Big Ten. Yeah, they were a letdown. But it was my joke game of the week. And once again, I almost got the L on this one, but Penn State found a way to win late in the game. Tulane now. I didn't see this game because I really thought Tulane would blow Rice out of the water. When I saw Tulane won 30-28, I was like, what happened? How did they only win by 2 points? Wow, what a scare. And if they're the best Group of 5 team right now, well, that can go to a bowl game. Not looking good. Not looking good for the Group of 5. James Madison. And then Tennessee. I think I talked about Tennessee having a little scare last week as well. Yeah. Kentucky tried to cheat while they were on the offense with some fog for some reason. They had a little fog issue. I'll talk about that more later on in the show. But Tennessee escaped on the road, beating Kentucky 33-27. And then, well, USC. Yep. Yeah, before I show you the final score, yeah, USC won by 1 point. No defense at all, okay? But keep in mind, they played California, alright? Now, if you scored 49 points, do you think you deserve to win that game? Do you really think that you won the game if you scored 49 points? Well, let's take a look at who had 49 points. Yes, USC beat California by 1 point, 50-49. I cannot believe that. I mean, what is going on with USC defense lately? I know they were bad, but I didn't know they were that bad. Dang. Well. Now let's talk some pros in action. Yeah, there's some NBA and NFL games today. Yeah, NBA is back. Warriors, Pelicans, 7 o'clock on NBA TV. Yeah, it's just under an hour. And then a little more than an hour at 7:15, the Raiders and the Lions. Yeah, the NFL primetime spot this year have been really pretty disappointing. Yeah, had you noticed that when was the last time I promoted a, Thursday night game or, a good NBC game or a Monday night game? ESPN has been actually getting more good primetime spots than Prime Video, Amazon, and NBC, and ESPN really hasn't been getting that great many games either. I think the NFL's just boring this year. Ew, guess what? The Chiefs lost too. I'll have your recap later on tomorrow. But first, let's talk about some candy. It is Halloween now. Tomorrow's Halloween. Let's talk some candy. Yeah. What do y'all think my favorite candy is? Well, at number 1, I have Kit Kats. Kit Kats, number 1, all time, my favorite candy. My favorite chocolate. Kit Kats. I love the crunch. I love the taste of the chocolate. But if only Hershey made it. Yeah, they're number 2. Hershey's got the best chocolate in the world. And then at number 3 is M&M's. Number 4 is Reese's. I gotta throw Reese's in there with peanut butter. And then number 5 is Whoppers. I love the malt and the Whoppers. So good. So good. And it's all chocolate. Oh, I'm a chocolate guy for some reason. I do fruit candy sometimes, but if I ever go trick-or-treating, well, when I was a kid, I'd go trick-or-treating. I would keep all the chocolate, all the other fruit and stuff, I would give to my brothers. Yes. That's what I would do. Anyway, but those are my top 5 candies. Alright. Time for the 2-minute drill. Yep, 2-minute drill. Here we go. Game 1, Oklahoma versus Kansas. Y'all probably saw it was a big upset. Fox went down there for the big noon kickoff. Gonna be a big game. It was. No doubt Kansas. It was a sold-out crowd. No doubt they showed up. But Oklahoma having a hard time playing defense in that game. Yeah. You scored 33 points and lose the game with the defense you have. Not smart. Oklahoma was prepared-ish, but didn't execute. But it was in the rain, though. But Kansas, well-deserved win. Yep, they won 38-33. And then here we go, a little big scoreboard recap. I could have put Louisville in the points thing, but I have a lot of games in my points. And I really don't think, you shut out Duke, but it was only by 23 points. I really don't think it was a big shootout, but hey, win's a win. You shut them out. And UCLA in a close one with Colorado end up winning that game 28-16. And now Oregon State gets upset to Arizona on the road 27-24. Yeah, what happened, Oregon State? I really thought that they were going to be, the rising star to be like, hey, any conference won us, we're winning games. No, Arizona knocking them out of the park, being like, hey, we're ready to join the Big 12. And then North Carolina gets upset again. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Mac Brown lately, but he's having a hard time getting his team together. Georgia Tech wins 46-42, and once again, another Georgia team really dominating college football right now. And then here's our points. Florida State, they might be the best team in college football right now. 41-16. They have their statement win this year. They're continuing to dominate teams. They look like the best performing team right now. And Texas rolling over BYU 35-6. And then Oregon, I think they're on here every week except for their loss to Washington. But 35-6 over Utah. And then Notre Dame over Pitt 58-7. And then I got one last graphic for y'all. Kansas State shutting out Houston 41-0. And SMU with the internet number over Tulsa. Yeah, 69-0. to 10. And that's all I have time for this part, but down in this tomorrow with your full week 9 recap of college football, all the games, even the boring ones of the Big Ten, blah blah blah. Anyway, yeah, check that show out tomorrow. Alright, let's look at week 9 for 10 memes. Gonna be some good ones, yeah. Remember, I mentioned that Georgia Tech beat North Carolina. Well, they stormed the field. Yep, check that off the mark, storming the field. And also, Henderson and Harris combined for 331 yards, 3 touchdowns. Ohio State, rest of the teams, only 97 yards. It's not even half. Those two tripled it, pretty much, almost quadrupled it. But yeah, Ohio State for some reason is a one-man show right now. Yeah, but they're good. They're good. They're winning ball games. No one can stop them. And this next one's pretty funny. We had our first snow game of the year. Yeah, not even November yet, and we already have a snow game. Yeah, Air Force and Colorado State. Yeah, I think a little family made a little snowman family. Yeah, it's Frosty the Snow family. And get this. No, I don't even think it was even 10 minutes after they showed this that we had probably one of the craziest penalties in college football this year. 15 unsportsmanlike conduct, 15 yards for throwing snowballs on the field. Yeah, apparently the student section was throwing snowballs at Air Force's sideline. Yeah, that's got to be the graphic of the year probably. And then here we go, man-made fog. Yes, this was kind of funny. I think it was in between, the third and fourth quarter. Kentucky, goes crazy with the fog, prime time, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the wind wouldn't blow it away, and it hung around for the rest of the Kentucky drive, and, yeah, they had some difficulty on that drive, too. So, yeah, good way to mess with your own team. Ha, 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 ha. And, it's Halloween, so, people will be dressing up, but, here's something you don't see. Yeah, you see fans dressed up in costumes, but you don't see commentators dressed up in costumes this much. This is not Photoshop. They were actually wearing this. Also, RG3, yes, Harry Potter is down on the sideline. Yep, pretty funny. And now, yeah, this next one is... What is going on with the Pac-12 official? Yeah, keep in mind, this league is dying. Probably for this reason. Officials have determined that USC had the ball with 1 second on the clock before halftime. USC will have the ball to officially conclude the second half when we return from halftime. USC kicked the field goal, missed, then it went to halftime, and immediately kicked off. So, basically, yeah, there was double halftime in that game, but it wasn't. Apparently, his knee was down. USC player with knee was down before the clock hit 0. They apparently reviewed it during halftime, added the 1 second back, and instead of bringing everyone back out, they were like, oh, let's just wait till halftime's over when they all come back out here. Kick it again. He missed the field goal. Karma. I mean, ball don't lie. I think he was down when the clock hit 0. And, yeah, that was that. Also, yeah, Kansas beat Oklahoma. They tore down the field goal post. Yeah, yada, yada, yada. Big win, upset. Yeah, stormed the field. But, they threw the field goal post in the lake, nearby lake. And, it looks a little moldy and nasty lake, as you can see in this picture. But, I think, let me get my finger on this. I think a fan base has already done this once. I can't put my finger on this. I'm pretty sure I've seen this before. Last year, maybe? I don't know. I thought it was, no, was it Tennessee? No, maybe some orange team against Alabama last year, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I've seen that before. All right, next one. Yeah, Barnes has apparently raised approximately 12,000 pigs, and Fox showed the status of it. Yeah, cool stat. Yeah, a little fun fact. The thing that was interesting was 3 words: most in FBS. So my question now is, who's in second? And my question is there someone in the FCS who has raised more pigs? What is this? This is why I love college football so much. And then our last one, well, I actually got a bonus one coming up, but here's the last one in this part of the segment. California, yeah, they got protesters on the field. This is such a California thing to do. The only thing I'm trying to look up all over what they were even if you're gonna protest on national TV in front of a big crowd, well, I wouldn't say a big crowd. I mean, it's California. No one shows up to these games, but make sure you get the word out what you're protesting about. I eventually figured out after the game that was something about one of their teachers, something. I still don't even know what they're protesting about. I know it's something about one of their teachers. That's all I know. Yeah, California thing. And then, here we go. I guess I'm doing the weekly segment on the CW now. Yeah. CW, the best sports network, strikes again. Yes. So, yeah. Wow. This was amazing. How often do you have a replay and, they show the same thing that the officials see on the field with all the camera action. Get to see, the replay booth. We get to see the exact same thing the replay booth is looking at, kind of like what the XFL and the USFL does. I mean, we don't get to hear their conversation, but we get to see exactly what they're looking at. And yeah, I think CW is probably the best productive produced college football network this year. I mean, they've had 2 upsets, one amazing ref camera. I mean, ESPN used to do a ref camera. I don't know why they stopped doing that. It was amazing. I mean, it was probably the best camera shot of the year the ref had. But what an amazing catch it was. I think it was 2 weeks ago. And then we have this review picture. The CW, yeah, I'm giving them credit for the best sports network of the year. Yes. Yep. And guess what? They get a little help from ESPN too. So ESPN kind of gets credit for this. But also, there was a game on the CW. Yeah, Devil Sweeto had never heard the CW because they were playing on it, and he was like, I don't even never heard of the CW. What channel is that even on? And some reporter said, oh, it's on blah, 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 in this local network, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, yeah. Well, I guess he deserved that because he lost. NC State ended up winning 27-17. Once again, for the 3rd straight week, the CW has an upset. Well, I want to know what game's on the CW next week. I gotta look that up. Yeah, this has gotta be. I'm gonna need to do a segment on this on Down and Distance. Like, oh, here we go, the CW, the ACC game of the week, and it is Georgia Tech and Virginia. Not bad. Both of them had Georgia Tech beat North Carolina last week. Or, this Saturday. Virginia had a statement upset on this network. This is gonna be that's gonna be a good game. Probably another big game to look forward to. All right, got an NBA game tonight. Warriors, Pelicans, 7 o'clock, NBA TV. Now the question is, who am I gonna pick to win this game? Yep, I'm not even gonna talk about the NFL game. It's so boring. I'd rather talk about when I pick the NBA over the NFL, that's how boring the NFL is this year. And also the NBA is on the way, so that's that. But, yeah, Warriors, Pelicans. I'm going to go with the easy pick, I guess. Warriors on the road for me. Warriors are winning this game. I'm saying by double digits. Double digits they're winning this game. Alright, let's look at our future schedule for busy sports. Wednesday, the Beta Bowl is here at noon. Yep, Tuesday night of the first official CFP rankings. Give us an early look at what the playoffs will look like this year. All debate about it. Give you an early look at what I think the bowl games will look like Wednesday at noon. Alright. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And, yeah. Thanks for watching the Slater Report podcast. Roll the outro. This is the Slater Report podcast.